Okay, so we are doing divine masculine, divine feminine energy check-in. We'll do 3 cards for each energies to kind of see what they're currently going through, what's in their energy, any kind of potential feelings, thoughts, and actions. Okay, so we're going to start with the divine masculine and get 3 cards. So divine masculine, we've got the 5 of Swords. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. And the 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay. For the divine feminine energy at this time is the Moon. Okay. Let's get 2 more cards. Ace of Swords. And the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's clarify. Let's start with the divine masculine and see what their energy is about at this time. They are in a 5 of Swords energy to start. So let's see what that's about. Okay. 5 of Swords for the divine masculine. There's that 8 of Swords. You know what? The divine masculine at this time is just, it's negative. I'll tell you it's negative. They are so stuck in their head. They do want to just give up. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Like, I think it's one of those things when you're so stuck in a situation, stuck in your head, overthinking, it's consuming you, and then you just want to get rid of it. You just want to get rid of it. You just want to give up on it. I feel like the divine masculine at this time is feeling that, and they may be feeling that about the divine feminine. Let's see what this overthinking is about. The 8 of Swords. Let's see. I think they've been going over and over in their head. How do they make this work? Like, what is the right thing to do? Can they get what they want? Can they have what they want? Like, it's a lot of thinking in different directions, and so I can understand the frustration. It's not just one thing. It's like all these things all at the same time that they're thinking about, that it's too much. They're overwhelmed at this point. So let's see what the 8 of Wands is about. Oopsie daisy. Just a sec. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of, okay, the 9 of Wands. So divine masculine at this time, they just, they're not taking action. They feel all of this, but I feel like it's in their mind. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's in their mind and their heart. I wouldn't be surprised if they were experiencing anxiety, like if it was all internal, because externally I feel like they're not doing much, and they're showing up as a King of Pentacles, so they're still able to fulfill their obligations. They're still able to provide and be in that energy, but there's a lot of, I think because it's consuming their mind, they are trying to balance themselves out by allowing their practical, logical side to take over, right? There's even a sense of they're running on autopilot somehow, because this is how they really are. This is their nature. So they're doing everything the way that they used to do it, but everything inside is not the same. It's like, it's a lot. So in the current energy, the divine masculine is not doing too well, to be honest. Outside appearances, they may seem okay, but I think inside it's just this inner turmoil. So that's what I have for the divine masculine. Let's go ahead and see what the divine feminine's energy is. She's showing up with the Moon to start. So let's see what are these emotions. Okay, so the divine feminine at this time, okay, the divine feminine is trying to create a balance in her life. The divine feminine is trying to enjoy maybe go out with friends, companionship, like they're trying to explore that side, but at the same time, inside, like the divine masculine, they're hiding how they really feel, like their emotions and what's going on. It's like they're hiding it. I guess you could say they might be mirroring each other actually, but in different ways. I feel like the divine feminine is I think the sincerity is there to really try to explore life. There's an element of kind of trying to explore people, companionship, friendships, social life. There's something about that, getting out more maybe. But in actuality, how they feel, they're not in a joyful energy, and they're not exactly in that social energy, right? But they're making the effort, they're trying. That's what it seems to be. Let's see what the Ace of Swords is about. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I think this divine feminine is just trying to come to terms with the fact that this is already done. It's ending. It's going towards an ending. I think this divine feminine is trying to process it in a way, in her mind at least, to make it logical as possible that this is an ending. Maybe to have some peace, because they feel like, if the divine masculine is feeling this, they're also feeling their own kind of inner turmoil, but it's more of confusion. It's more of, so they just feel like, oh God, I'm just going to end this, and I just need to end this. Like, I need the peace of mind. Like, they're trying to find balance. Let's see what that Two of Pentacles in reverse is about. Yeah, they're trying to go towards new things, trying to work on their stability. They're trying to create balance in their life. So they're pursuing. And I feel like this could be passionate, creative pursuits. Maybe this is career, business, whatever it could be in that area. I feel like the divine feminine is trying to create balance by putting her energy into those things. Okay, so that seems to be the energy. So let's get additional cards to kind of tap into more how they could be feeling. So we're going to take a look at the divine masculine. What else do we need to know from this divine masculine? We've got the clock. So the divine masculine is needing more time. They could be healing, they could be progressing, but they need more time. They are, like I said, presenting themselves to be who they are to other people in their life. So they are somewhat putting on a face. They're not showing how they really feeling. This kind of also tells me that they may actually have formed some kind of plan, but there's a lot of anxiety around it, and they're not exactly showing that. But really the energy of this divine masculine is, I can't handle this right now. I need more time. Like, that's what their energy is really all about. And it's not surprising with all the anxiety that they feel here, with all this energy that they carry. So let's see what the divine feminine is going through right now. Additional energy. So there's wow, just a sec. Oh, come on. When these cards drop, geez. So for the divine feminine, I would probably say, if anything in this addiction energy, is more of the emotional blockage, more of trying to control how she feels by being productive. Okay, I don't see it as a negative that much, because we have the love card right in the middle, which is telling me divine feminine is focusing on herself, self-love. It's all about working on self, okay? She may be watching, looking, stalking even the divine masculine at this time, trying to maybe gauge what's going on. And so if she is doing that, all she'll see is the divine masculine is doing fine, because they're showing up as that King of Pentacles, stable, right? Providing. Like, that's what she's going to see. And so that leads her to the impression that, okay, obviously I need to end this. Logically, I see how they are. They're doing great. I need to end this. I need to go pursue other things, right? So that's how it's really coming out. But the bottom of the deck shows me, both of them are probably feeling this, heartbreak. They're both deeply hurt and sad. They're feeling loss. That's the energy. I think I'm going to try to get some, let's try to get some message cards. I'll use my personalized deck for this. Let's see, what would the divine masculine say to the divine feminine if they could? What would the divine masculine say? Okay, so let me just shuffle these. Okay. So these are personalized cards that I created. They are not for sale though. They are just for personal use. But here we go. First, I think the divine masculine is saying that they should have hugged the divine feminine the last time they saw her. Okay. Next is you're the one that got away. Okay. High crush. So those are the things that the divine masculine would like to say to the divine feminine at this time. Let's see what the divine feminine would like to say to the divine masculine. Okay. It obviously wants me to open up there. So, okay. Everything reminds me of you. Okay. Next card. Okay. I'll let you guys read that. And I can't take this anymore. I think we'll add another one because that was seemed to be an extra card. Final message from the divine feminine. Why did I ever meet you? So there's frustration. So at the core of it, the divine feminine is actually more frustrated, it seems, than the divine masculine, because she carries this energy of being tired of the situation and just having so much difficulty with it, but still desiring the divine masculine. Whereas the divine masculine is going through this, but their energy is just recognizing the loss, what they should have done, and what they wish they could say. So that's what I'm kind of getting. Let's go on to the guidance. So definitely ending between these two, obviously. I do feel that there is a decision being made to actually end this. It could be the divine feminine that's doing that. She carries love, but I think as this divine masculine stays quiet, you know, the ending seems inevitable, right? And as much as it's unwanted, I feel like it is going to go into a dark period. Not much is being given to this, you know. Feels like they're both waiting for the other to do something, but not much is being given here. And I kind of want to say that, you know, if the divine masculine is feeling the sense of urgency or the sense of wanting to come back in here, they only feel it, but they can't actually do it. They can't be honest with themselves about their limitation here. And with the divine feminine, it feels like, you know, I think she tries to deny that there's still anything left there. I think when she does her spying, she kind of sees that, you know, the divine masculine is showing up as that King of Pentacles and tells herself, oh, he's doing fine. Like, he's not going to come in here. You know, like there's a bit of a denial factor there. But, you know, I'm going to say these are the divine masculine, divine feminine are both feeling the loss, the sadness, the disappointment. And so right now there's just no potential for this. As much as the emotions are being felt, they both feel this, right? There's no question about that. It's just that it's just not coming together the way that it should. I think the divine feminine is just, you know, going to decide to completely disconnect, to completely withdraw from this connection. Yeah, to release. And maybe the divine masculine will do the same. You know, there seems to be a releasing. And there's a lot of heartbreak here, right? There is. But maybe this separation is meant to happen in this way. It just seems like a decision can't be made here, and probably on this king of, you know, on this divine masculine's part, you know, and without that, there can be no plan, there can be no action. So that's why this connection is as stagnant as it is, because there needs to be action here. But I do feel that maybe separation is the way to go for these two. it's just maybe too difficult to make it work. Maybe it does need more time. And maybe in the future, it'll be worth trying for again. But right now, to force this, it's not going to work to try to force it. What needs to happen is a recovery, a rest from this connection, right? And if it should happen that an opportunity comes to maybe restart this, then that'll be made available. But for now, it feels like need to let go of control here, need to accept an ending, there needs to be a stopping of trying to stop an ending. You know what I mean? Like, it just needs to happen if it happens. I guess, you know, maybe more time is needed. Timing seems to be a factor. I think this divine masculine needs to step into their power more, decide their future, right? Decide their fate. Because for now, they can't. They don't have it in them to make that decision, and it's just getting harder and harder for them to carry that. I feel, you know, divine feminine needs to walk away from this as well, because they're missing out on other opportunities. It's just not doing them justice to keep staying. They need to focus on themselves, pursue their opportunities, which I think they're trying to do here. It's like they're doing the right thing even if it's against their will. Does that make sense? Like, they feel what they feel, but they're trying to do the right thing for themselves, even if that's not how they really feel, right? So I don't know. Because this is a matter of choice in making this connection work. And if someone doesn't take the action to do that, then there really is no purpose in giving to this anymore, right? It's better to just leave things as they are and pursue other opportunities, because maybe success is there. Maybe success is there. Okay. It's down to the divine masculine to make this happen, really. It looks like that's what the situation is. They need to be the one to, you know, make a reconciliation happen if it's going to happen. You know, there needs to be forward movement, going after the goal, going after that wish. But I don't think this divine masculine is doing that. They don't seem to have it in them. And, you know, the divine feminine just needs to kind of, I guess, save herself in some regard, like in some way, because it feels like she needs to choose herself here. You know, she needs to detach from this situation. It's not going anywhere. That's what it's not going anywhere. And this divine masculine, they need to embrace a new journey. They need to embrace a new beginning if they want a chance here. But since they can't do that, the divine feminine has to take it upon herself to make this realization and choose herself in this situation. Okay, she has to make that decision whether or not she knows how they feel. Okay, because from her perception, they're doing fine, right? She needs to create or make a decision based on what she knows and thinks. Okay, you know, she can't know how they're really feeling. And, you know, I feel like there's just a time to walk away from this. There's been enough waiting, enough patience, and it's not really doing any of them good, to be honest. A connection always, like I say, it always requires stability. And if you can't give to the other person, what kind of stability would you have, right? This feels very heavy for these two because they carry so much of, you know, so much love, so much nostalgia, so much power and energy for the connection, for each other. But the circumstances are too difficult to overcome, right? And especially when there's a refusal from someone's part to make any kind of change, it will just lead to the separation we're seeing here. So, you know, the divine masculine can continue to feel the stress that they feel and whatever they're going through, but it is ultimately them that needs to make the decision to commit to this connection. But they're not allowing themselves to. They let their negativity and their overthinking get in the way, and unfortunately, I guess it's just going to have to end up that way, that it ends. You know, the potential for this, at least, thing about it is it's really strong how they feel for each other, but they feel it for each other without the other probably knowing the way that it comes out. And so they both carry these energies, but to what extent and to what end? If there's no action that accompanies these energies, there's not much to go on. You know, there's not much to build upon. And it does really, I'm sorry to say, it really falls on this divine masculine to make a decision about this, because divine feminine, she needs to know that she's chosen, that she's the opportunity. Otherwise, what's the point in pursuing this? Okay. You know, I am going to say the divine masculine is showing up to be resisting their ultimate happiness and fulfillment. And it could be a lot of things. It could be that anxiety, that fear, you know, that judgment that we saw earlier. There's just so much stress here. I get more of it is on the divine masculine side. I don't know. I really don't see action happening here. I just see a lot of stagnancy. Every opportunity that could be positive is just countered by a negative. And this is going to have to be a choice of choosing self for happiness. So like if it's this divine feminine choosing herself, she's going to have to choose herself and leave this situation behind. It's the same for the divine masculine. They have to choose themselves and leave something for them to have their happiness. But are they doing that? Not really. Like I said, divine masculine here has to make a choice to commit. But I think the divine feminine is losing her patience, and it's just really turning negative the way that it is. And I think that's why a chapter needs to close. And I say chapter because, you know, as it is with divine masculines and feminines, there's always a coming back around to it. But for now, this does need to be closed. There needs to be, I guess, a new journey for each of them. And maybe in that journey, they each find their healing, right? This, I guess, has to really kind of destruct, and then opportunities are going to be provided to both. There will be a loss of this connection, but options will be had. And maybe it's also just a test of will and time. Like in going in separate directions, you know, they realize what they really want, you know, and then they fully embrace that. They're always going to think about each other, always. They're never going to forget one another. But again, it does come down to the divine masculine making a choice.